basically infatuated with the in-between. The ups, the downs, the curves and the rounds. I'll bring it to your city or your hometown. I'll go back in time when the feeling was fine. When funkin' was legal and it wasn't a crime. Party people lined up and down the way. A bigger celebration than your birthday. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. And I have seen the world pristine, funk you up in the bushes, funk you down in the trees. Now look around, all the frowns, the yellow, the white, the red and the brown. Now keep in mind, it never costs a dime, cause funkin' is free, I remember the time. Now look today, the streets are gray, time to take it back to yesterday. Funkin' in the neighborhood, I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood, funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt the fool cause the funkin' was good. It was good in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood. Funkin' up the neighborhood. I felt full cause the funkin' was good. Funk you in the city, funk you up in the woods. Funkin' up the neighborhood.
And we're live.
And we're back. I think I'm back. I might be back. Oh, here
I'm
comes
as
somebody.
back as I ever get. You are back in the sense that
I'm
you're
not
back on
back.
the road.
Yes, I am on. What gave it away? Was it the hippopotamus in the background? Is that what gave it away? Oh, do I get 2 glasses? Oh, well, thank you. I had an ice delivery person, a
Oh, there you
hot
go.
ice delivery person. I'm surprised this didn't melt on the way. You're so hot.
Now, why is there
See
a
that?
giant hippopotamus back there?
Well, I bought my daughter a giant hippopotamus because that's what you do, right?
Well, like you
So
do,
I bought my
sure.
daughter a giant hippopotamus a couple years ago, and apparently it has. She's always been quite a big fan of the hippopotamus,
Sure.
but now apparently it's a team mascot for her travel
Oh.
soccer team. So apparently the hippopotamus travels all the time as well. So you got your key and
There we
everything.
go.
Any more kids out there finagling with the door? All right, we're good. I'm glad. That was great, entertaining internet for everybody, wasn't it? Listening to
People
me
love
talk
this.
to my
This is
wife
great.
about the hippopotamus. So yeah, she brought me ice, and we're back.
So, David, where are you at today? Where are you at this time? Where in the world is
Dude.
David
Okay,
Muffenwell?
so for people who have played the game this week, some people picked out El Paso. That was good. El Paso, so far, this may offend some people. So far, El Paso is my favorite city in all of Texas.
Really? Okay, good to
I've
know.
been to San Antonio. I've been to Dallas more times than I can freaking count. Houston, Austin, random places in the desert. El
What
Paso,
makes old
man.
El Paso the best?
Okay, I'm gonna have to give the hotel a big nod here. Hotel de Norte. I don't know. It's something I can't pronounce. But they have a top tier steakhouse in the hotel.
That's important.
So you go in, it's gorgeous on one side, and then in the middle is this beautiful bar that has this like stained glass dome. They call it the Dome Bar or something like that. And then there's on the other side of the Dome Bar is in the hotel
Okay.
a cigar lounge.
Nice. See, you're right. That's
So
pretty great.
yes, so I had I had a place to sleep. I could go eat. I could drink. I could smoke and drink. Then, without calling an Uber or stumbling, bumbling, and rumbling, I could just go back up and go back to my room. I
You're
loved
right.
it.
That
It was great.
might be the perfect hotel. That's great.
But it was also everybody there was awesome.
Uh-huh.
I was worried for a bit there was going to be like nothing but Spanish speaking people, and you know me, I speak poor English. That's it. Um, not even good English, but poor English. But no, not a problem. Not a problem at all. Uh, the area around. Oh, here comes somebody else. Oh, it's the offspring. The offspring. What do you want? You want to come say hi? Hey, people on the internet want to make friends with the hippopotamus. That sounded a little weird.
That you made it weird. You made it weird, David.
I did.
Yeah.
They say hi to the hippopotamus. There we go.
There, that
We
much
fixed
better.
it.
Much better.
So, but yeah. So anyway, around there was great. The work I was doing out there, was fun. Was fun. I got to work with a couple of colleges out there and a couple of other folks. But it got done early, so I had and if people who follow me on the Book of Faces got to see. I got to go on a very private and unique tour of the Hoover Dam. So I
Yeah.
skipped up to I went up and helped them out with some stuff, got it all set, squared away. Very awesome people. If you ever get a chance to go, say hi to the people. If you see them walking around there, if you say hi, just say hi to them. Because
Okay.
I mean, I got to see what they were doing behind the scenes and everything, and
Yeah.
it was awesome. So I drove or I didn't drive. I flew from El Paso up to Las Vegas on Tuesday, which was St. Patrick's Day. So I got to spend
Nice.
St. Patrick's Day in Las Vegas.
That actually sounds
Found a
pretty
great.
fun. I got to admit.
Uh, it, I gambled more this time than ever. For those couple people that are that maybe scouring the internet for that drunk person that just gave them random money, that's me.
That sounds
So I
nice.
found a steakhouse. Found a steakhouse I like called Bavette's. If you're in Vegas, I'm going to tell you to skip Hell's Kitchen, skip Gordon Ramsay's steak,
Okay.
skip STK, skip all of Morton's is there. There's a couple others. Gallagher's is there. Skip them all.
Okay.
Skip them all. Skip them all. Because once you go to Bavette's, you're going to have a hard time. You're going to have a hard time not wanting to go back.
Bavette's. Okay. So
That
we got to try that next
that
time.
place
The next time we go.
that place is insanely good. Absolutely insanely good. And of course, you know me. I made lots of friends, drank lots of booze, and had a great time. So I get back to the hotel. Yeah, like I do. Get back to the hotel, and the hotel is the Luxor, so it's a casino. And um, I get into the casino hall, the casino floor. I think that's what they call it. And I'm playing the video roulette, but I had a couple to drink. So to me, that thing was going super fast. I'm like, click, 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 click. I tried to place my bets. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't want to do that, and I'm moving my these fat fingers trying to move stuff around. And the girl was sitting to my right, and she was with her, I guess, brand new husband there. So they still had the
Okay.
stickers on them, and they hadn't even peeled the stickers off themselves yet. But she was just sitting there watching, so I put $20 over for her so she could play along, and she was having all kinds of fun. And then I got done with that because that was just way too fast for my drunk mind to comprehend. So I got up and went and set a slot machine, and I'd only put like $40 in. I went and set a slot machine with 37 of it, and played like 2 spins of it, cashed out, took the ticket, handed it to the old lady. She had to be 175. Handed it to the old lady, said, "Have fun with this," and I went to bed. So that was my St. Patrick's Day in Las Vegas. It was a good time.
Nice.
So that was it. Then the next day I got to go again. I got to go to the Hoover Dam. I've been there before, but hadn't been there like this.
Okay.
And most people
So you're, like,
will
behind the scenes
never.
tour stuff.
Yeah, most people will never get to see the Hoover Dam like I got to. The vast majority of people, and it was, I was extremely privileged to be able to get. When I say down there, I mean down there. I got all the way down, and I'm looking up
Wow,
at
that's cool.
all the people at the top.
Yeah, people never go
I
down to
got
the bottom.
the tunnels and all the stuff that go around through. From the place that most people, they look down and they see the bottom of the Hoover Dam. That's actually the top of an 8-story building.
Jeez, it's just that big.
Yeah. So I got to go down, and I was on the bottom, on the floor right next to the water, the concrete pads right next to the water. And I'm looking up at it. And from that angle, you can see, oh, there's an 8-story freaking building there.
Right.
And then there goes the dam on top
Jeez.
of it. And then I got to crawl through a tunnel. And when I say crawl, just because I had to have my head super low down. And, scamper. We'll use the word scamper. I like that. We don't use it enough. We're going to bring it back. Scamper down this long tunnel that occasionally the floor was just a metal grate. Now, I'm not what I call a skinny person. So when I see those things, I start looking at the welds saying, is that going to take me to my death? But I looked through it, and it was only like a couple feet. So I just kept right on going.
Okay.
Bob, hold on a second.
Yep.
Come on. Yeah, just sit it there. It's fine. Grazie.
It's the fan you ordered. You're never going to get the AC turned back on. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, well, we got a window open, so I'm hoping it works. Anyway, so I'll walk out the tunnel there, and it's this gate that opens up. It's a padlock gate, opens up, and then I'm out on top of that 8-story building.
Oh, dude.
And I'm looking up, and it's the Hoover Dam right there.
That's cool.
And you have to wear a hard hat because why? People are constantly throwing
right. I believe it.
pennies and quarters and other stuff over the edge to throw something down the Hoover Dam. So I got to see that, and it was pretty freaking cool.
So you got the best damn tour possible.
I got the best damn tour possible, and
you were up in the damn
I told
tunnels,
him,
and you walked.
I was in the damn tunnels. I worked on the damn fire.
8-story building.
Yeah, I told him I'm gonna buy him a sign to put on the fire panel that says "damn fire alarm system."
That's awesome.
This is a damn fire alarm system. Yes. I'm actually going to have that sign made.
You should have that custom made, just so it's there. Yeah.
Oh, I will. I'll put my initials and maybe even the company logo on it, just because they need to know where it came from. It's a damn fire alarm. It's good. But that's good. Then I got home last night, and as you can tell, I'm not. So I am now in, because nobody's got to play the game yet. For those of you guys who want to cheat tomorrow, when I snap a picture and ask, I'm in Boston. Because
sure, why not?
Why not? Damn near go coast to coast. Although I have done coast to coast multiple times, but but now I'm in Boston, and I'll fly from here. For anybody who wants a sneak peek into next week, my first stop will be Kansas City. So, but there'll be a second one, and it's a city I've never been to next week.
Oh, so you're gonna leave that as a mystery for the rest of us who get to play the game.
That'll be a mystery. So right now, the mystery that's weighing on everyone's mind is, what booze is Wes drinking tonight?
Well, so a very special day recently passed, and I'm still feeling a little bit Irish. So
a little bit. You don't say a little bit Irish. How is the proper way to say that? Are you feeling a little bit? A wee bit Irish. A wee bit Irish. There you go.
So you got to bring the Bushmills. I thought about Jameson, but I'm also not in college anymore, so I got the Bushmills. Because it's always St. Patrick's Day somewhere. That's I think it's happy hour, but I'm Irish, so it still works.
Oh, well, yes. So which one of the Irish are you? You're one of the South Irish, right? The cool, level-headed ones that are calm and relaxed.
Yeah, no, that the yeah, the sure. Those are the ones. I'm very people who
Those
know
ones.
me know that I'm the most laid back person ever. I'm never on edge. I'm always the most laid back, easygoing guy.
Oh, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
That's what people love about me, Dave.
Hardly. He's hardly ever sick at sea. So I do have a glass, but I washed it by
Huh?
hand.
Yeah, never
But it's
use
a
hotel
hotel
glasses, by the
glass.
way, everybody. Don't do it.
I literally soaped this up and washed it by hand, and then got all of the soap scum and everything out of it, all the soap, because hand soap has like moisturizers and stuff, and it's not really good. So I mean, I scrubbed super hot water. So this cup is clean.
Okay.
I'm still not gonna freaking use
You're still not gonna
it
do it.
now.
Because you know
Now that
somebody's
my
balls
wife
were
has
in that
brought
cup.
me.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, you pay extra for stuff like that. Um, so I've got glass now.
Okay. Do you have booze to go in the glass?
I'm
The cup?
and because I'm traveling, I'm limited to just 2 bottles of booze.
Well, you are
Uh,
gone for 2 days. You're obligated to bring at least a few bottles, maybe a case.
well, I've got myself a nice Weller.
Ooh,
Um,
very good choice.
all of a sudden, I'm believing that this is not a standard bottle of Weller.
It looks what's
Um,
different about it?
I think it's like a larger bottle. What size is this? Special Reserve. It's not a 750. Alcohol and volume. Blah 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 blah. There we go. Um, oh, this is a 1 liter. No wonder. I was like,
You bought the big
this
one.
is not a 175, but it's also not the 750. But no, I got a little bottle of Weller Special Reserve, and just in case,
Just in case you need
always
more than
keep
one bottle of
always keep
booze.
always keep a bottle of Blanton's on hand, because I mean, you just never know what you need.
It's your
So let's see what
emergency
we got
travel
here.
bottle. I get it.
It's my emergency travel bottle. Yeah, it's my emotional support whiskey. So let's see. Oh,
All
there
right,
we
what do we got?
go.
I love those
Let's
little
take a
brown
look.
bags. It's nice.
I've got a lot of them brown bags at the house. Let's see here. Let's set the bottle. Let's set the box down here. All right. Let's see what we got here. An A. We got an A. We got A
Yeah.
bottle lid.
All right.
So we got a nice brand new bottle of Blanton's there. Let's see here. This was. Well, let's see which Rick House this is from. Oh, it's from H.
H. You almost never see them come from the H.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You almost
That's
never.
the job I want. I want to have the job that
You just
puts
write.
the letter of what the Rick House where the Blanton's comes from.
Do you think they just do that?
That's
Just
my
so
dream
like,
job.
in the hopes that one day they'll have more than one.
I don't
Just
know.
one, like they're dreaming, like one day we're gonna have more than one.
Oh, this was dumped on December 3rd.
Hey, there you go.
December 3rd. All right, look at there.
That works.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This registered bottle is number 215 out of barrel number 3200. Rick number 70. All right. Well, Weller.
You going Willer first?
Which one do I go with? Looks like we got a couple people out there watching. I need directions, guys. What bottle should we crack?
I have a feeling, since you are probably with other soccer dads, tomorrow you guys are going to want to have a good celebratory drink. They're probably going to want the Blantons tomorrow, so I recommend going to Weller tonight.
Well, Mike is here, and Mike absolutely detests
You're right. Mike
Blantons.
hates Blantons, so you got to go.
Hates Blantons. So, but then there's a liter of this. I didn't even realize I bought a freaking liter of it.
Well, that's
a liter
like
of cola
for you. I've seen how you pour.
Oh man, I'll tell you, I'm gonna give you guys a sleeper pick for bourbon. Okay, this is not a bourbon show, clearly, and clearly not a bourbon show. We only spend 45 minutes a day drinking about it.
45 minutes a day drinking bourbon. That's
45 minutes a day talking about drinking bourbon, maybe. Elijah Craig, barrel proof.
Oh, barrel proof.
Elijah Craig,
okay.
barrel proof. Nice. Oh my! It is absolutely phenomenal. I bought a bottle of it a month ago or so, and us guys, we drank it. Yeah. My core guys my people that live near me.
You guys killed a barrel proof bottle in one sitting, didn't you?
We killed a barrel proof bottle, and there wasn't the whole crew. I think it was like.
Felt it the next day, didn't you?
I think there were like 4 of us total, and one of us didn't drink.
No. Oh no! So 3 guys killed barrel proof.
Yes. No. Actually, maybe rephrase that. There was 4. Yeah, there was 4. There was 3, and one of John didn't drink. So
I got a headache just thinking about that.
You should. Well, I mean, drink water. It's important, very important.
Hydrate.
But as a sleeper pick, if you guys are out there and say, "Hey, I want a really good bourbon, and I don't want to spend a ton of money on it," it's $60 maybe, somewhere around that ballpark area.
I love a.
You can get it pretty.
Yeah.
You can get it pretty easy.
Do it. Yeah. Okay.
And if you come in, if you price it out for blood alcohol content per dollar, you are getting a hell of a steal. That's how you calculate value in the bourbon world.
That's it. So how quickly can it kill you is how you calculate the price.
Yes. Dead brain cells per minute. And I will tell you,
though. Go ahead.
I'll tell you, it is, I think it's like 129.999. It is brutally amazing.
Efficient. It's efficient.
It is very efficient at doing its job. I had two of them. While I was in Vegas, I had two of them. I was like, oh, the barrel proof. There it is. I'll just give me a double of the barrel proof, big ice cube.
Just leave the bottle.
And so I get, usually I order one before I eat, and then I'll eat, and then I'll have one, late in the meal. By the time I can form a complete sentence, I was like, I remember this. I remember this stuff now. So I drug it out super slow. It's like you do not. You can't rush that one. So, all right. So nobody commented here. Tell me what freaking bourbon I should be drinking.
Yeah, every time
at least I don't
think about barrel proof, though, I always remember our night with that horse soldier at La Civetta.
Ooh, yeah. We had that one bro up dancing a freaking river dance.
He was literally river dancing with one of the ladies who was there. Hilarious.
Yes. That's good times. That's good times. I'm gonna check online here and see if I've only got one monitor, so I had my phone running.
Yeah, nobody's left a comment about what you should drink. So
nobody.
Just keeping in mind that not everybody cares for Blanton's because they don't have good taste. I'm joking. People like what they like.
Yeah, you like what you like.
Maybe you should kill the Weller.
Oh, I don't. It's a liter. I can't kill the Weller. We've got a relatively shortened show tonight, so yeah, there's no way in hell I can clear.
All right, open the Weller. Assuming I'll have at least half a bottle left of Weller tomorrow for you guys to...
At least half the bottle left. At least half the bottle left. Let me take off its necklace here. The Blanton's. Oh wait, you said open the Weller.
I mean that you have a liter of it. It's
liter
of cola. Now that I say Weller, you're going to want the Blantons. I know you.
Yeah, I kind of want.
Somebody says one thing, you want to do the opposite. So
I kind of want the Blantons. I kind of want the Blantons. I like Blantons. I'll go Weller.
There you go. You can't go wrong with that.
I'll go Weller.
I'll
go. Yeah, Weller's great. Weller's good stuff. I mean, Weller's
totally going to go with the Weller. That's
absolutely. Yeah, we're gonna. It's great. Weller's yeah. I put Weller in here. I put the Weller in here.
There you go.
So I put the Weller in here, and then you just pour a little bit of it. Okay, just a little bit of the Weller.
Just a wee dram of.
And I'll put the horse back on top of the Weller. And there we go. All right, we'll throw that in the trash. Okay. Hey, do we have any news or a topic or what? I seen the agenda. All right, let's get on.
Keith Edwards, by the way, says, "Drink what you want, just don't let it control you."
Indeed, that's a very important thing. That's a very, very important thing.
Very good advice, Keith. All right,
control the drinking. Don't let the drinking control you. Very important.
Got a little bit of news here. Let's see what we got going. So, first we need a moment of silence for Mr. Chuck Norris. There we go.
Looks like God. I'll just take that and say it looks like God needed a bodyguard.
That's it, man.
That's the only thing that makes sense. Hold on a second. I've got little people walking in my room.
Michael Zito.
Who?
Michael Zito.
Where is he?
Over there. He's walking.
Okay. Is he coming in? Tell him to pull his chair from his room if he's coming. Anyway.
Jim Matner said he's having a cigar and a bourbon, by the way. So, Jim.
Excellent. I brought cigars with me, but I don't think I don't think we'll be doing much cigaring, but I brought 5 or 6 of them with me just in case.
There you go, man.
Just
I'm
in
jealous.
case.
Just
Yeah.
hey, you got the window open in the hotel room. Why not?
Yep. I'm not paying that fee. So yeah, I mean, so we heard yesterday that he was taken to the hospital out in Hawaii, and I was like, he's up there, and it was an emergency. It wasn't something. It was sudden. It wasn't longer drawn out or anything. And really, the only explanation for such a tragic event is God found himself in desperate need of a bodyguard.
Right.
That's just
It's
all
a
there
sign of
is.
the end
So
times, and God needed somebody to fight
to be
demons
fair,
who were, yeah.
to be fair, I'd say we're looking at some pretty calm times now because I don't think Satan wants to take that on. I'm just saying.
Right. Exactly.
I think he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go and just I'm gonna learn how to crochet now, right? And just I'm gonna give it a break.
That's
I'm gonna
it.
give it a break.
It could be a sign of the end times, but Chuck Norris has passed, and the
What we
world is in
gotta watch
horror
out
for it.
for, yes, what we have to watch out for majorly is an alien invasion. Now that they know we're defenseless.
Well, that's true. Exactly. See, that's the problem. Is the world's going to fall into chaos now because we're defenseless.
Yeah,
Earth's
that's
defender
it right there.
has left
Yep.
us. So.
Yep. And there's only. By the way, hey Netflix, you all suck. Not that you didn't know that before, but you've only got one movie with Chuck Norris and it's Expendables, which let's face it, the 12 seconds of FaceTime that he gets in there is probably some of the best parts of that movie. You do better.
Is so bad. I remember.
It is intentionally grotesquely manly. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's so bad. And it's not even just the acting is bad. It's the editing is bad. The writing is bad. The special effects are bad. It's funny if you watch the first one and when like towards the end when there's like flames everywhere. I forget what's burning. Something exploded again. The flames like it genuinely looks like they were added using iMovie on some shitty laptop somewhere. Like the graphics are so laughably bad, and like not even like they're supposed to be funny. They're just not good. But my current wife loves the Expendables movies, so I can't say anything. It is what it is.
You're gonna get cut when you get upstairs. She's gonna Chuck Norris kick your ass back down the steps.
That's it. All right, we got a little bit more news. Here's one. This is interesting. This is an interesting one. So Google search is now using AI to replace headlines of articles. And so this is from The Verge.
So just like before we read this, here's my take on it. I need to find out if I'm right. Mm-hmm. Does this mean that burying the lead is now a thing of the past?
Well, here's the thing.
AI will replace it with the actual synopsis of the article.
That would be the point of what's happening, right? One would assume that.
Oh, so it's not. Oh, okay. So it's more down the agenda. Never mind.
Right. So one would assume that. So I'm going to read the first couple paragraphs here. Since roughly the turn of the millennium, Google search has been the bedrock of the web. People love Google's trustworthy 10 blue link search experience and the unspoken promise, the web you click is the web you get. Now Google is beginning to replace news headlines in its search results with ones that are AI generated. After doing something similar in its Google Discovery newsfeed, it's starting to mess with headlines in the traditional 10 blue links too. We found multiple examples of Google replacing headlines we wrote with ones we did not, sometimes changing their meaning in the process. For example, Google reduced our headline, which is, I used to cheat on everything AI. I used the cheat on everything AI tool, and it didn't help me cheat on anything, to just 5 words. Cheat on everything AI tool. It almost sounds like we're endorsing a product that we do not recommend at all. So moving down a little bit, Vox Media, The Verge's parent company, has filed a lawsuit against Google seeking damages from its illegal ad tech monopoly. So Google's AI is not... Go ahead, what?
Verge, build your own search engine and index the entirety of all human knowledge.
Well,
then quit your bitching.
I'm actually kind of on the Verge's side on this, mainly because if their AI was actually making the headlines more accurate and more appropriate to what is in the article, then I would say I agree with you, David. But in this case, they're actually changing the meaning because it's not scanning the entire article and changing the headline. It's changing the headline. It's basically summarizing the headline completely out of context from the article itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that can be
So
a problem.
here's
Go ahead.
Are they spending money to advertise on Google, or are they spending money to put a post in their website that's being indexed by Google?
Right. Well, so here's the thing. When you craft a headline specifically to get clicks, every word in there counts. Every word in that headline counts. And it's not even for SEO. It's just to grab the attention and to get people to give people the most information that they need to click on that article. However, if Google is changing it and even changing it out of context to something you didn't mean, you could be missing out on clicks, which means you could actually be missing out on ad revenue that you're getting from ads on your own website. So I kind of agree with The Verge on this one.
It's so here's the thing. Here's the other side of that. There was once I got on a phone call with somebody once, customer service of some shitty company, which is most of them these days. And I think I might have dropped the F-bomb while I was on the phone. And they stopped. They said, "Sir, I'm going to need you to stop using that type of language." I said, "All right, everybody prepare yourself. Cover the children around there because I'm about to drop a lot of F-bombs," because this is exactly what I said. Said, "I will fucking stop using the word fuck if you start every fucking sentence with the word fuck." Said, "You're asking me to change my way and my structure of sentence. I'm going to ask you the same thing. The requests are identical.
It's true.
Absolutely identical. Why would you have a problem with one and not the other?" That's where I go back to this. Yes, if Google streamlined it, made it better for them, and it pushed more stuff to them, nobody would be complaining. It's Google's platform. Google is going to find things that go up and down, and they're going to hone this in. But they're going to hone it in for their own benefit, and that's their prerogative. It's their business. That's what they're for.
That's a fair point.
That's their business. They're not worried about making Verge's stockholders happy. They're worried about making Alphabet stockholders or shareholders happy.
And I get your point, and I totally agree with the point that you're making. Let me reframe this in a little different way, though. It's undeniable that over 90% of people get almost all of their search results and information from Google. Now,
absolutely,
that only means that they're running a great business model. That's fantastic for them. That's great. Now, let me reframe this Verge thing in a slightly different way.
Okay.
Let's say, hypothetically, and I'll first want to preface this with your comments on AI, which is AI only knows what it's programmed to know, what it knows, and it only can do what it's programmed to do. And we've already seen different AI platforms have very, we'll say, biased political leanings, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now.
Sorry. I got crazy allergies. I got the window open.
Let's say Google uses this in the same way, in that the programmers, even though the Google as an organization doesn't necessarily know what's happening, the programmers they still have their own biases and their own leanings. Let's say that Google now decides to change headlines and even articles, article summaries to reflect things that are very politically biased and not reflective of the actual truth or facts of the matter.
Wait a minute.
Hang on. And let's say they do this for during election season, and they can seriously swing an election. Let's say they do this for certain political agendas that not everybody agrees with, but are very popular right now. I'm just go ahead. Sorry, you got a comment here. Go ahead.
They already do that. It's called CNN.
I'm just saying,
sorry, I had to do that.
Just saying, Google.
You are absolutely right. But I'm gonna go back.
Go ahead.
I agree. I'm gonna go way back. Okay, we're gonna turn the wheel of time. Who was that? Robert Jordan that originally started writing it.
Terrible series because they put their agenda into the TV series. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, that's happening. Okay, so we're gonna take the wheel of time. We're gonna go back. How many times was Microsoft sued by Netscape? How many times was Microsoft sued by these other Internet Explorer, these the Internet Explorer, basically the Internet Explorer itself, trying to get it removed out of Windows.
Mm-hmm. I have no
Okay,
idea the numbers. Probably
that lawsuit.
perpetually.
It was nonstop until somebody did it better. If you don't want Google to have that power, and so it's not like, hey, just because they're the big guy today, that they're going to be the big guy tomorrow. Because guess what? Microsoft was the big guy. Internet Explorer was the web browser. Opera, I think Opera is still around in some small
You're
form.
not answering my question, David.
The point is, just because it's irrelevant what they do with it, they could do with it what they want. That's the point. Well, they can do with it what they want. If you don't like it,
so you'd be okay.
Build something better.
Okay, hang on. So you'd be okay with Google changing headlines and changing the meaning of headlines during election season to sway political opinions one way or the other?
I'm going to answer it this way.
They own it, David.
I'm going to answer this way. No, I would not like it. I would hate it. But I would not force them to change something because I have no right to change it. If I want something to not do that, then and everybody else is doing that, then that means there's a vacuum in the market for a place to just put that pin in and say, we're going to build our search, our database around this, where we are not going to be politically swayed, and you are going to have a mass flock to it.
And you know what?
That's why I went back to Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer was king until somebody did it better.
That is very libertarian of you. That's very, and I appreciate that perspective. I can destroy your argument with one word.
Oh, I love it. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna need another drink for this. If the word's pickles, I got a great rebuttal. Go for it.
I love a big giant jar of pickles, man. I do. With one word. You know what that word is?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's legalistic now, but it's liable. Liable. Now, a newspaper cannot go out and say whatever they want to say. Yeah, it's their product. They can say what they want to say. They can't print a mistruth about someone else. They can't print something that they know is untrue. That they know
libel, not liable. Libel. Okay, Libel, not
same
Liable.
But you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're getting at. Okay,
you know what I'm saying.
So it's the law is precise.
The same.
You must be precise.
The same thing applies here. If Google is deliberately, their AI is doing it, their AI is an authorized agent to do so, is deliberately changing the context of headlines that were specifically written about a news article that was written by someone else and that is owned by someone else, that falls under the same.
I'm gonna tell you now.
They cannot and should not legally be allowed to do that. One word. Libel. Yes, not liable. It's libel. You're right, David.
Libel. Libel. Yeah. So I'm struggling here because
you don't want to be wrong.
Okay. So no. I'm all right being wrong. Shit, I'm wrong more than even I know. But the difference is I'm willing to be wrong. I'm like, I'll learn a lot more. My thing is, if that's the case, and they find against this, that means every news agency out there that presents a mistruth is now subject to libel for every single word they say.
And for every instance of mistruth, yes. And that is true, which is why how many times has a certain political figure right now sued different news agencies?
Yep, he's cleaning house, that's for sure.
So you're exactly right. They are all on the hook for the mistruths that they print. And Google can now be held responsible for changing
Wes, I'll give you absolute props for that. That's a great argument. Now this is going to go all the way up for a complete, clean, redefined definition of libel.
And it should, given the advancement of technologies, it absolutely should.
Yeah,
I think
so. I'm never a
fan.
fan.
This goes to the Supreme Court because I would love to see that definition really narrowed down and just.
And while we're at it, can we get a definition for temporary? We need a definition for temporary.
Oh, you mean like you mean like the federal your federal income taxes? That was
that
temporary when they first implemented that one.
The temporary income tax.
It's a temporary tax. It won't.
And thus far, anything up and including the day before the end of the world is temporary. So,
I mean, you're not technically wrong. And the grand scheme of
technically, that's
things,
not wrong. That's why
in
we
the
need
grand
to.
scheme
That's
of
why
things,
it needs to be
if
defined.
they ended it today, it was still temporary. All right.
Yeah, it's still
Next
temporary.
piece of
That's right.
news.
Damn, we're never gonna get to anything tonight.
The 50. So, do you know the WOW signal? The 50-year-old phantom radio signal that has utterly stumped scientists until now? Question mark. They think they've solved the WOW signal. So, for those of you who don't know,
Okay.
1977, the Ohio State University detected an unidentifiable, previously unidentifiable radio signal from deep space that had the signatures they believed of being of intelligent sources out in deep space, and it's called the WOW signal because the guy who saw this printout wrote "WOW" right next to it and circled it, and they've never been able to explain what it was or find it again. So it's been sort of a mystery this whole time. Well, they think they've discovered what it is. And I'm not going to say it's aliens, but it's actually not aliens.
It says naturally occurring hydrogen emissions flares.
That's it. So, and that was it. So it's very boring,
That was it.
unfortunately.
So,
Like most things, it's very mundane and not exciting at all. I still say it's aliens. In my heart, it's always gonna be aliens.
Okay. In this case, I would lean more towards your everything's aliens than I would a naturally occurring hydrogen emissions flare. I'm gonna need some scientific backing on this. I mean, I'm not a smart guy, Jedi, but I know that gases don't typically radiate massive energy signals in radio form.
You've never
So
been to my house
I'm
after
gonna.
I eat White Castle.
Oh man, that's so bad, but also probably true. Um, so I'd like to know more about this. Send that article to me. I want to read up on that one because
Yeah, it's interesting.
like it's a natural occurring hydrogen emissions flare. Naturally occurring from where? From where?
Right, deep space. They believe so it could be caused by a number of different things. Different high energy emissions from magnetars, things like that, could potentially supercharge these clouds of hydrogen out in deep space. I still think it's aliens because why not? I don't actually believe a lot of what Popular Mechanics has been printing lately, but that's just
so basically this would be a dead star that had a minor reaction still working in its core. I mean, is that what did I don't know. Okay, we've talked about this enough. We're boring the shit out of it. Come on, move on.
Here we go. Next one
we're
from the sun.
We're nerds.
So this is slightly nerdy, but not as nerdy. It's more pop culture-y. Banksy has been unmasked. People now know who Banksy is, and it's not this dumb commercial video from the Sun.
I don't. Oh, I was like,
the graffiti artist who does the stencils of the girls holding balloons and like.
No,
you know Banksy. You don't know Banksy?
No.
All right, hang on. I'll show you some famous Banksy photo.
I know who Van Gogh is.
You may not know the name. So the guy who does these, you've seen these pieces. You've at least seen like stuff like this. Famous graffiti artist. He works in stencils.
Okay.
It's actually really really famous. His work.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it's. I don't know. I don't.
The whole mystique.
Okay, go ahead.
Banksy was that nobody knew who it was. Oh, it was this whole multi-decade long thing where nobody knew who this guy was. Nobody actually caught this guy working. Nobody knew who it was. Well, it turns out they found out who it was, and it's just some random dude who looks like an old boomer dad.
So it looks like exactly who you would imagine it to be.
Well, see, most people would assume it would be like a younger kind of cool guy with spiky hair and a nose ring or something, but it's just some random dude who looks like he works at a gas station. So nothing exciting there. I'm again much less exciting than aliens.
£250,000. Oh, is he in Britain?
Yes, he's a British dude, English guy.
Yeah, I don't live in Britain, so I don't know who it is.
Much less exciting than aliens. But speaking of aliens, David, the U.S. government has registered a new domain. The U.S. government has registered aliens.gov. So I don't know if you remember, before we decided to go to war with Iran to distract people from the Epstein files, they decided they were going to release alien information to distract us from the Epstein files.
We don't get political on this show.
It's not political. It's not
You remember when they were talking about it? We said, hey guys, pay attention because right now they're showing you the shiny object over here. Let's see what the other hand's doing. Remember, we warned everybody for that.
It's true. It's true. We did. So specific. So I don't know if you remember, right around the time when they released a whole bunch of redacted Epstein files, and Obama was on a podcast, and so Obama was asked about, so are aliens real?
Oh
And
yeah,
he sort of let something slip. He was like, well, yeah, of course they're real, but I haven't seen them. And oh wait, they're not at Area 51. I can't tell you where they are. And then
they're in Dayton, Ohio. Everybody knows
and then
that.
Trump was asked. So
Yeah.
Obama said something about aliens. What can you tell us about aliens? And then Trump
You weren't
said
supposed to say that.
he wasn't supposed to say that. And maybe we'll release something. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll hold Obama responsible. He could be in big trouble for saying stuff like that. And he's been sort of hinting that he's going to release a bunch of alien files. Again, everybody knows it's just to distract from the Epstein files, but that's a whole different story altogether. Instead, they decided that they would go to war on the other side of the world. Think about that what you will. I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just saying the Epstein files are real. Anyway, the
Just
US
walking in
government
there.
has
I've got my
mapped
studio all set up.
domain
Oh,
name
thank you.
aliens.gov. So maybe they are
That's
going to
cool.
release some alien files and put it on this website. We'll see.
I am getting 2 more, but I'm instead of.
What do you okay back there? You having a party?
That's Penny. She just
Oh, hey, how's
freaking.
it going?
She just went all WWF on Hippie back there. Yeah, it's not my private studio in here or anything. You guys on the internet.
Yeah, come on.
It's as
Jeez,
cool as walk
guys.
in. I mean, they did bring me chips, so I guess I'll.
Hey,
I'll
ask
be
them if
okay
they
with
think
that.
aliens are real.
Hey, Penny, do you think aliens are real? Do you think aliens are real? She says yes, they are, and they need to get out of our country.
Ouch. Ooh, that was Penny. Don't say
That's
that on the
good.
internet. You're going to get
That's
yourself in trouble. Don't do it.
that's
say that on
good
the internet.
parenting right there.
Oh my. Okay. So the U.S.
the
government,
pretzels.
we may actually see some alien files at some point because they did register the domain name. They own it.
Oh yeah, yeah. We'll have it soon. I mean, it'll be just as clarifying as any other release they've recently done. Oh, the aliens are located at Black Line.
It's really funny. We'd much rather be on the edge of World War III and release all of these super classified alien documents than talk about certain other files that I've already mentioned several times.
Yeah. We're gonna get. I'm gonna have a red dot shot on me here in a minute.
Keith Edwards is back on the emissions. He says emission flares from your mom.
Your mom though. So I've trained the young one back here pretty well. She's real quick with the your mom jokes. Hold up. Yeah. Do you understand that I'm on the internet?
You're always on the internet.
Get anywhere. You got friends, right? Go make.
You have to go to bed.
Then go.
Kids today.
These kids today, and they're wanting to go to sleep on time and be responsible is bullcrap.
Lame. I tell you.
Anyway, what we're talking about? Oh, hey, I think there would be a really good Vegas line if they would put odds on how many redacted lines are in the files that come out. Like, is it, and then do it by percentage. Is 90% of everything they're going to release redacted?
Right,
Because
exactly.
if you redact over 30%, you didn't release anything. If you're going to say you release something, that means you don't redact anything and let the chips fall where they may. And this could apply to other files as well.
Well, wasn't it Pam Bondi that said, because she says a lot of really intelligent things, geez. Wasn't it Pam Bondi that said if they released all of the unredacted Epstein files that the entire system would collapse immediately? And I think almost everybody was like, yeah, that sounds pretty good, actually. Let's do that.
That is exactly what we want.
We would all be 100% okay with that.
Yes.
Let's do that.
We're okay with that.
I'm okay with yes.
Yeah.
So, David, we do actually have a main topic that's not political.
We do.
I promise.
We better get over to it, or we're going to be in all kinds of problems. for a
Yeah.
show that really likes to stay away from politics.
I know I'm drinking Irish whiskey, but I'm gonna get myself in trouble here.
Oh, you got a wee bit of it, huh? Here's a balloon that's now come into the show. I'm gonna make noises with it.
That sounds really good on a microphone.
I bet it does. I bet everybody out on the internet was like, I love that. Let's do that some more.
All right, so
all right, we have a topic. Let's get to the topic.
So today's topic is kind of a fun one. It's all about online marketing and business advice. It's everywhere.
Like us.
Some of it's good, most of it's garbage. And I figured since we being the viewing audience here, myself included, have the best salesman in the entire world, in David Leffingwell, you could help us review some of this the sales and business information from your perspective.
Oh, absolutely.
And tell us what's good, tell us what's not good.
Yeah.
And tell us if this is actually any value to anyone whatsoever.
Oh, I like it.
Just clickbait.
Let's bring it.
What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. You heard him here, number one.
So number one, Jim Rome. Do you know Jim Rome? I think he's a football coach. He has some good advice here.
I've heard. I think
this
I've
is
heard
worth $1 million to you over the course of your career. This one piece of advice is people don't care what your product is. They don't care about you. They don't care about your company. They don't care about the background of your company, and they don't even care what the product is. People don't care. The only thing they care about is what this product or service does for me. What do I get? What's in it for me? And what they want is they want a change in their life. They want an improvement in their life, a result, a benefit, or highest of all is a transformation. They want to be transformed. 15% of buying behavior is determined by the past. 85% of buying behavior is determined by the anticipated future. What is going to happen as a result?
No?
I call bullshit. First of all, absolute BS, because he just, okay, let's start with the opening of this. He says to you that this is worth $1 million over the course of your career. Do you know what $1 million over the course of your career is? And I'm going short. I'm going 45 years on this. Do you know what that value is? That's $20.58 an hour.
You've done the math on this.
Congratulations, gentlemen. You are up there on stage. Nice suit. I'll give him that. I love his tie. You should go with French cuffs because that's when you get to wear cufflinks, and you should always be trying to wear cufflinks. But okay, I digress.
Okay.
So we're talking about a $20.
What you're saying? Okay.
Yeah. All men should wear French cuff shirts all the time. We look much better like that. And I'm a fat, old, ugly guy, so I need all the help I can get. So $20.58 an hour is what we're looking at. That's a 1080 or a 2080 a year for 45 years. Hours per year for 45 years.
Okay. So it's not that
much. This is not great. And where it really just went wrong, and he said 15% is buying history. I'm sorry, that is wildly inaccurate. And then 85% was what the future is going to do. Now, I hate to tell you, but one of the number one influencers in somebody making a purchase now is ease of transaction. How easy did you make the transaction? This study's been done. I don't have the, because again, I didn't know what we were getting into.
Transaction
friction, gaps, things. Anything that's adverse to one shot, or anything that's adverse to executing easily the transaction is a what we call my old boss Mike. I'll give him full props for this word. Is called it's your sales prevention department. So when you have these things that are in the way of processing the transaction, that is your sales prevention department.
Yeah.
And the moment he said 85 is because they're buying for something in the future, that is absolutely baloney. Absolutely baloney. Because the vast majority, and it's upwards of 80%, upwards 80, maybe touching on 80. And I don't have the study with me, or the studies with me, but that's been done over and over and over. And not from somebody who is probably great at business 50 freaking years ago, but from people that are transacting business now. Ease of doing business, the ease of the transaction is the largest influencer in actually capturing sales. So,
okay. So
red
Jim
flag.
Rohn is just
Not to
sticking around the
say,
pass right here.
not to say that everything he's going to say is wrong,
Okay.
but
So in this case,
it
he's
is.
talking out of his ass.
In this case, I would say he's talking not necessarily out of his ass, but he's talking out of intelligence that is outdated wildly.
Okay, good to know. Let's move to the next one.
How to sell anything to anyone. First, use the
Anything,
decoy
anything.
effect. With two
I
options,
like the big one.
neither clearly looks like the best choice. But when you add a third, worse option, it makes the large option seem like the best deal. Second, leverage
Indeed.
the contrast effect.
That's true.
So first one, you like it?
That's true. That is absolutely true. You put a small, you put a large in there, you put the medium at price greater than 50% or 55% between the two to the larger end. You are going to sell more of the large popcorns because they're going to look at that and go, popcorn kernels per dollar, and that's their best bang for the buck.
And
so absolutely, that is a.
Notice you use popcorn because movie theaters do that all the time.
It is a big thing in for drinks. It's good for popcorn. If you have a car line,
yeah,
you could do the same thing with a car line where you have a. I'm going to pick on Chevy, and we're going to say we have a Chevette, and I'm going to try to pick cars that they don't actually have anymore. A Chevette, a Cavalier, and a Corvette that has round tail lights on it, right?
Okay.
Because for the purists out there who watch this are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's money. They're gonna get that. And you price the Cavalier to the high side. So yeah, the value car is still there. You can walk in and say, hey, I've got these dollars. This is my only dollars. I can't do anything. But if you're in that mid range, it's going to be easier for you to justify the stretch to the higher range vehicle than buying the mid range, because just for a little bit more,
right,
I can get so much more.
Yeah, because the
by
difference from the
perception
middle to the higher end. Yeah.
Yep, it's buyer perception. Love it. That's great. That's a good one.
All right, let's move on to what they have to say about the contrast effect. Let's see this.
Yep. Okay.
A $1,000 watch alone seems expensive, but next to an $8,000 watch, it looks like a great deal. So position your products next to higher priced alternatives. Lastly, apply anchoring bias. Instead of saying on sale for $99.
Okay, well, let's go back to the first one. Let's go back to the last one before we further, which was comparison, right? Where, hey, put the $1,000 watch next to the $8,000 versus the $8,000 watch.
I don't know how I feel about that one, because I feel like a lot of people are going to try and underprice their product to get a lower price, and it's a race to the bottom after that.
Yeah, well, yes, no. Here, I'm going to say, yeah, I see her back there. She's having all kinds of fun. Let her do her thing. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. I agree with this.
Okay.
But there's an aspect of this I think they kind of left out, and it really is like making sure you have the proper buyer identity, your customer avatar. Because if you put it at the $1,000 watch next to an $8,000 watch, and your buyer is looking for a $600 watch, they're going to go somewhere else. So you need to make sure you know who you're going after,
right?
And then that pricing needs to be structured for the target audience. So I'm going to say yes to it, but there's a little more data and metrics that need to go into that. But all right, anchoring bias. Let's go.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, let's move on.
No. Go ahead with your. Go ahead with your.
Well, I was going to say, and it also, like you mentioned, understanding who your customer, your target audience is, who your customer avatar is, because this can work in a couple different ways. One, you have a $1,000 watch, put it next to an $8,000 watch. The $1,000 watch, if your target audience is in that demographic of being able to buy and willing to buy that $1,000 watch, that's great. However, this can also work in a slightly different way if you want to go for a more exclusive, higher end customer. You have your $1,000 watch, but then you also have your $8,000 watch. Now, your $8,000 watch may not be worth $8,000, but to somebody who's more who wants to be higher end, who wants to spend that extra money for the exclusivity, that will definitely attract a certain type of crowd. Never underprice your product, and don't be afraid to be exclusive.
It is better to be overpriced than underpriced. Hold on one second. Our audience is asking me to pull my earbud out so I can listen to her. What do you want?
The M Cafe is open. I went in there.
All right,
I got
cool.
snacks. That's where I got
Great.
snacks.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Where is it?
It's downstairs on the 3rd floor.
3rd floor. Okay. Thank you. All right. Just in, the M Lounge is actually open. The guy downstairs told me it was closed, but it is open, and that's where Penny went and got all of my snacks that she brought me.
Good to know.
She's good to know. Now that we've been interrupted again, let's go. Let's talk about anchoring bias. I agree with you. I agree with what you just said there. Having your target audience there, it is a risk. Especially if your market is to that $1,000 range, you might start chasing down to get more buyers or increase revenue as opposed to margin, and it's a slippery slope when you start doing that.
It's true. Let's see what they have to say about anchoring bias, though. Let's see.
All right.
Say, originally $200, now only $99. The first price customer sees shapes their perception of value. How to sell anything to anyone.
Now, did you pick that up? So we missed the first part of it. So the anchoring bias was if they had a jacket that was originally marked as $99, they're going to get fewer sales than if they mark the price up to $200 and then have a special saying, oh, now it's only $99, marked down 50% off. That's actually a real thing that a lot of companies do. Now, it can be a dangerous trap to fall into if you do it too often, but a lot of companies do it. You see it a lot
away from the window.
Times with products that have a ridiculously lopsided margin on them.
Markup,
mattresses and certain high-end products. They will often mark them down, once or twice, a few times a year to, abnormally low prices.
President's Day
sales, right. And here's the thing. They're still pulling a profit during that time because they're selling a shit ton of mattresses, which tells you the margin most of the time is really, really high. They could charge that lower price the entire time. They choose not to. Their sales tactic is to make up the difference of lost sales during those couple of days a year when they can market
in volume,
in big quotes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that as a tactic?
It works until you piss them off.
Right.
It works until it doesn't. I think that might be the way it goes.
Catch on, and they're like,
there was a company. Wait a minute. I actually have Penny's in here. Penny, what was the clothing brand that you loved when you were littler? Justice? Is it Justice? Okay, Justice did this. Justice for Kids. Let me rephrase that. I believe they're out of business now. For a lot of reasons. One
of the mall stores, and there's no malls anymore.
There were. I could bring back malls. I've got a plan. Anyway, very limited malls though, and it's not a plan most people get behind. Again, what they were doing is Kohl's Cash on borderline illegal steroids.
Yeah,
right.
I get it.
They weren't just. They were doing some things that played into this, and they alienated a ton. They got sued several times as well. But again, it works until it doesn't. This, of all of them, I would say is the one you want to play with the least. This shows you if you don't have okay. Here's what I tell everybody. This is from a salesman, a business development guy that I do okay. All right. Never give anything away for free.
Right.
Never do it. And marking a mattress down because it's President's Day, that's giving away something for free. So if somebody wants a better price, I've got a lower quality product. If somebody needs more bang for their buck, this is the bang. Here's your buck. Let's go. But giving away something for free, and that's where sales comes in. When I say sales, I don't mean like salesmanship like what I do. I'm saying buy today, this weekend only.
Right.
Mark down for limited time. Those sales, it's tough because we all know that there's enough margin in it for them to sell, maybe not at 100% of the time at that lower price. They could absolutely do this. They're marketing it off of MSRP, which is if anybody knows those numbers, you know how bad you get hosed if you buy something at MSRP.
It's true.
Unless it's bourbon, then you pay more than MSRP.
Every
What are you
time.
going to do, right? What are you going to do? Be sober? What the hell is that about?
Supply and demand.
It's correct. Again, I'll give this one a semi thumbs. I'll give it this. Yes,
Fair enough.
it
Quite
works
1 to
until
10, but it's almost
it works until it doesn't.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
All right.
Nearly,
Well,
it's
the next
nearly headless. All right, let's go.
You have 5?
Yeah, I got 5.
You trade me $20 for a 5?
Why not?
Why not? See how that
You
feels?
just lost $15.
No.
Is it?
No, not being punk. The reason I do that is to let you feel what that feels like. I had confidence when I took my money out that there's no doubt in my mind that you could see any reason why you wouldn't take my money. Sometimes it's so unbelievable to people, they're like, okay, where's the catch? When I do business with people, I carry that energy. Unlike other people where
I like
they
this
feel
guy.
like they're at a disadvantage or they're begging or they're asking for something,
I like this
I'm
guy.
giving you something. When I work for
Yes.
you or with you, I'm giving you something. I'm giving you
I like this. I don't know who
$20
this
worth of
is.
value, and all I'm asking back is $5. And so many
$5,
people they
yes.
think, you know, oh, I'm selling this. Somehow they have to oversell, back end sell, or convince somebody. Not me. I carry the energy that I know what I provide. When I do business coaching, I charge a lot of money for my business coaching, but there's not one client of mine that doesn't
And
make
he's worth
far
it.
more money than he pays me every month. Remember that energy because
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
you want to carry when you're being of service and when you're helping others. You have 5?
Yes, that's David Meltzer.
Oh.
He's actually one of the Shark Tank guys.
Yeah, I don't know what Shark Tank. Oh, that's the thing where they go online and they talk about the widgets and whatnot,
Yeah,
and
somebody
they're
comes on
like,
and pitches their
I'm-
idea, and the investors are like,
for that
"Well,"
reason, I'm out.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, Nikki and Noah used to watch that show on Fridays. I was always busy because I was in masonry back then, and now
You lay
I
bricks. I get
don't
it.
watch
Yeah.
TV. Yeah, I laid bricks and concrete and whatnot. Usually just around the cornerstones.
All right,
Anyway,
so for the average person, break down what
yes.
he's talking about there.
Okay, I'm gonna take it down into two words: perceived value. All right, perceived value. He is when I come and this guy I honestly I naturally believe this guy's a genius because he thinks and acts very similar to me. And
I met him
we
once.
laugh,
You
we
do have
joke.
a lot in common, I think.
Yeah, we laugh, we joke, but you know, people who think along our same lines, doesn't matter what your perspective or view or opinions are, the people who have very similar thoughts to you, you tend to think that they are intelligent people. So naturally, again, I think this guy's the second smartest guy in the world, next to me, of course.
Of course.
But his attitude is correct. The positive energy. I'm not a hippie. I do not burn incense on the weekends. That just doesn't happen. I don't smoke the ganja, and I have no tie-dye stuff. So not a hippie, but bringing good positive energy, that upbeat. I am the secret weapon that you've needed your entire business career. You can struggle without me, or you can kick ass with me. Let's go.
Right, and his point
And-
about giving the would you trade $20 for $5?
That's brilliant. I'm going to bring you. Let's
Right.
say
It's all about
somebody wants to
bringing value.
somebody wants to come hire me. I'm going to bring you $20 million. I'm going to ask for $5 million. My fee is going to be $5 million,
Mhm.
but I'm bringing you $20 million
Mhm.
in extra revenue. There's not a lot of business people out there that are going to say no to that. My price tag is very high, don't you think? $5 million, but you're going to get 20.
Right.
And then after you're done paying me my $5 million, you're going to continue using that. So you got your year to make your 20. And then next year you're making, you made your 15, right? Because I took 5 of it.
Yep.
The next year you just keep that energy going. And then now you've made $35 million off of my 5.
Right.
And then you've made $55 million off of
Exactly.
my 5.
It's all about bringing that value
And
understanding that
you should be growing that in between the years, but I'm keeping it stagnant just as an easy math, right?
So how
But
many, yeah.
I love this guy. This guy's great. I like him.
So
I
how
don't
many
have a
sort of
clue who he is.
junior-
Send me links.
How many sort of maybe not even junior salespeople, but salespeople that don't have sort of the will sound fancy, say je ne sais quoi that you bring to the
That's
table.
exactly what I said. There's je ne sais quoi.
So how many salespeople have you work with that don't quite bring that same level of energy to the table? wouldn't understand where this is coming from. It's almost like a lack of confidence that comes with
Exactly.
certain experiences. You need to come
And
with that,
when
that
I work,
energy, that level of
yes,
confidence in yourself that you bring
and
to
when
value.
I work with my younger sales teams out there, and I do this a lot, all right, guys, I mean, a whole lot. And they look at me, they look at my background, they understand, you know, or they go like, oh, you have a huge understanding of the technical aspect of it. You're able to do this, able to do that. I want to do this. I want to be more like you. And I say, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I've heard you say this to other people.
Don't.
And to me, but I've heard you say it.
Don't be me. Don't be me. You need to be you.
Mm-hmm.
People are not going to be confident in you trying to emulate me. They're going to be confident in you, and you're going to exude that when you are confident in yourself. You're going to, and they're going to pick up on that. Don't try to be somebody else. Be you. So if you have a strong, like you can send me in almost any situation with a walking through the doorway synopsis of, hey, this is what's happening, and I got it. I got this. I can pivot very well, right? So we do need a drink for that. So I can pivot fairly well. But we do have some people that they're very structured in their organization, so
like
they're very granular.
And
The bullet points. What is it on the resumes that people, they even tried to get me to put it on my resume once when I was in school. They were like, oh, detail oriented. It's like, bro, that is not me at all. At all. And they're like, no, you got to be detail oriented. You got to be detail oriented. Guess what? No, I just needed to be me. And that was fine. So, but there are the people that are out there that are very detail oriented, very spreadsheet based. And don't try to be good at what I do. Just be the best at what you do.
Right.
And that'll give you the confidence and everything you need. And you build your style around that core, you're going to be lights out. This guy, I like this guy. This guy's
David
good.
Meltzer's a really good guy.
Good guy.
Yeah.
He's good stuff. If anybody wants to learn more, I don't know anything at all except what this guy just did. Follow him, find out where he is, and listen to what he's saying. Because the guy's core, I don't care whatever else he talks about, the core of everything he does, he just told you.
Next time I see him, I'll tell him you said hi.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. Here we go.
What we got?
Here's how you sell any idea in 60 seconds, and you don't need to be good at sales to do it. Most people start their pitch with background, features, or credentials. But listeners make decisions emotionally first and then justify them logically. So they need to feel the problem before they care about your solution. So this is what most pitches sound like. This is how most people share their ideas. We're developing blockchain-enabled construction management solutions that leverage IoT sensors and real-time data analytics to optimize project transparency. It's a mouthful, isn't it? But watch how that same information completely transforms and comes alive when you use a Snap framework instead. So the S is story, and that's what you start with. Last year, Brian sent £30,000 from London to build his family home in Kampala. But 6 months later, only the foundation was done. After your story, you go to the need. Thousands of diaspora families lose money to delayed or abandoned building projects. After the need, you give them the answer. We've developed an app that lets you see daily photo updates, you can track expenses in it, and you can even approve payments remotely. And after the answer, you give them the proof. Projects that are monitored this way actually finish 60% faster, and they stay within budget. And there you have it. Next time you sell any idea, whether it's your boss, your...
I think in general, it makes sense to me.
I have so little critique for her.
Yeah.
That I don't even know if it's worthy. I mean, because I'm looking, you know, with me, it's the devil's advocate, right? You are trying to crack holes in this. And the only critique I could give this person is vernacular, and they probably wouldn't, or a minor structure in vernacular, and this person probably wouldn't do it if they were doing it, I believe, more for illustration purposes. So I don't believe they would do it. And it's like, we are developing an app. That was the part, or we have developed an app. We don't need to know that you've developed an app. All right. That's the only thing. And I do this to you. I do this as the same thing. You're like, hey, don't say we're this. Don't say like, no. You're the solution, man. You are the solution, right? And that's what I would say. That would be the only thing I would give to her. The core of everything she has said, perfection.
Right.
Love it.
So it reminds me a lot of when
Absolutely
I was
love it.
creating the pitch deck for Flashpoint Safety. So, when creating a pitch deck, you start with,
Yep.
You don't start with who you are or what you do. You start with the problem. You start with, hey, there is a problem. Here's what it is. And then you say, here's our answer. Problem, answer, proof. So she broke it out in a little different way. Story, need, answer, proof.
Yeah.
But essentially the same thing.
And what is this called? An anagram? With the not an anagram.
Oh,
the snap.
You asked me too fast,
Shit.
and I hate them.
Yeah. Nobody's a real fan. But story, need, answer, proof. I would say of any of them, if you're going to use one of these, I cannot think of the freaking word right now. But if you were to use, what the hell are you doing? Stop messing with stuff 3 inches away from where I'm speaking. Sit here poking around on a coffee maker. Anyway, if there was one of these, whatever these are, the name is right there. That I would say this would be the only one. This is it. Everything else, the smart,
an acronym, and I hate acronyms with a passion.
Acronyms.
I hate acronyms. In fact, in a business setting, if somebody uses an acronym, I immediately lose all respect for you altogether because I hate acronyms.
Yeah, it does.
Badly.
But if there's an acronym that I said, hey, if you're trying to get out there, trying to get going, whether it's from a business development, especially from a sales standpoint, listen to this lady.
Yeah.
She's got her snap together, and yes. Big two thumbs up for this one.
By the way,
two thumbs
this
up
is just
for
a PSA.
One.
Since we're talking about acronyms, I have to put this PSA out there. There's one thing I hate worse than acronyms. Only one thing in the universe I hate worse than acronyms.
Persimmons.
I love cinnamon, especially in the Toast Crunch form.
The Toast Crunch is the best.
It is when people you have an initialism and say it's an acronym, like FBI and CIA.
Yeah.
Those are not acronyms because they don't spell a new word. SNAP, in this case, is an acronym. You have the initials that spell a new word. If they don't spell a new word and you just say the letters, that's an initialism. It drives me
to be
crazy
fair,
when people say that it's an acronym and it's just the letters, and I'm like, I want to correct you, but I don't want to be that guy. Right now, I'm that guy. Don't do it.
To be fair, Wes has corrected me several times on this show about using initialisms, and I've said acronyms. He's like, that's not an acronym, that's an initialism. So to most people, he doesn't want to, but he'll correct me. I mean, to be fair, I don't mind being corrected, and I do open myself up quite a bit to be corrected. It is one of the pleasures in life for people like my wife and my kids and West and a couple other people. If they can prove me wrong or catch me,
and I
that's
do
a celebratory
genuinely
day
love
right there.
proving David wrong. The very few times it's ever happened, I love it. Those are the few true
I'm happy to
joys
be
I
wrong.
have in life. Right up there with the births of my children and my wedding day. I love those few times.
Yes. So what's this lady's name?
Her Nancy. I'm not going to try and pronounce her last name because it's going to sound terrible. Nancy something or other. But look her up on Instagram.
Kungugira?
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Kasungira? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to give you a thing right now. Type this into your little search box on your Facebooks or Instagrams, or I would go LinkedIn and I would follow this person.
Yeah, she gave
that guy we had before, but I would definitely follow this person. If you're actually in frontline sales, follow this person. Wait,
there you go. That's
nope,
good.
Nope. She's on that side.
Right.
That person.
Let's try the next one. Here we go.
5 things to never say in high ticket sales. Let's go. Don't say no.
By the way, I got to stop her right there.
I'm out already.
So one thing that kind of bugs me about salespeople is they're usually pretty, and they usually get.
He says he's usually pretty, and he looks
They're
right at
usually
me.
pretty, whether it's a guy or a woman. They're usually just pretty, and they're hired because they're pretty. So to actually have some that actually give good advice, you know, take advantage of that when you can. But it drives me crazy because I've worked on marketing that's adjacent to sales teams that have pretty salespeople that work one client their entire career with a company, and their entire job was to schmooze some sort of VP with their client, and they got paid exorbitant amounts of money, and it just made me jealous to no end. So there's a lot of built up rage I'm dealing with on the back end, but I just had to point that out.
I do a lot, but here's my thing. Right now, I'm gonna tell you, I haven't watched this video. I don't know what she's getting ready to say, and if I were to come across this in passing, I've already scrolled by.
Yeah, I mean,
you know why? This is taking place in looks like her freaking bedroom.
Yeah,
and I'm out.
I just have a hard time taking sales or marketing advice from somebody who's too pretty, only because I have a grudge. Don't listen to anything that I have to say. But
all right, let's see what she actually has to say. Let's see what she has to say.
5 things to never say in high ticket sales. Let's go. Don't say no worries, take your time. That kills the momentum. Say this instead. Totally fair, just so I can support you best. When do you see yourself solving this? Don't say we can help you with that. It's generic and low authority. Say this instead. That's exactly the kind of situation we specialize in fixing. Don't say we can do this whenever. That's no leadership or authority. Say this instead. If we start this month, you'll see results by X time frame. Does that fit your goals? Don't say, are you interested in my offer? That puts pressure and invites hesitation. Say this instead. Let me walk you through how this could solve what you shared, and you can tell me if it's a right fit. Don't say, so what are you looking for? It's too vague. Say this instead. What are you trying to change over the course of 3 to 6 months that you haven't been able to shift yet? Now here's
all right.
So
we can stop.
Advice, but I think it's I don't think it's
that's
bad
shit advice.
It's just
that's shit advice.
Okay, go ahead.
That is shit advice. Okay. That is shit advice right here. So I've had to deal with these people. I've had to deal with these people, and they are the people that think that they can come in and change stuff on a blanket. Okay, don't say this, because guess what? This guy right here says no worries all the time. I say no worries all. It literally should be. I should have a T-shirt with it and just point to it because I say it so often. But I don't say it all the time because there are situations that I don't need to say that. So to have something that says, again, back to that, hey, is it still illegal to beat children?
Only on camera, David.
She just acted like she kicked balloons at me. And she's a soccer player, so it would probably still hurt even though it was a balloon.
It would take your head off.
Yeah, she's vicious. I'm Rodney Dangerfield over here. I'm like, I get no respect. I got my daughter, right? My daughter comes in. I'm on a webcast, and she's kicking balloons at my head, kicking balloons at my head.
Rodney Dangerfield is?
No, she has no clue. Half our viewers don't either. Last week we did pretty good. We picked up like four subscribers, viewers in India last week.
India. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well, now they can take our sales advice. So
don't do this. All right, go for it.
No,
Fire
you just go ahead. You were on a roll.
No.
I was going to say, again,
the roll got interrupted.
This is going to sound spiteful, and I promise it's not. But there is definitely something to the idea that one of the reasons I don't really trust sales advice from people who are too pretty is because they've been living in the pretty bubble for too long. Again, whether it's male or female, it's not a gender thing. Whether they're male or female, if they're too pretty, they've been living in this bubble of people just say yes to them because they're pretty. You get that a lot. And it sounds spiteful. You can't really bring it up because it makes you sound like a jealous dick. But it's true.
I didn't know that.
There's a certain percentage of salespeople who are just told yes their whole lives because they're just pretty. And I feel like in some cases they
not to be spiteful, but I'm going to go full tilt spiteful here for a moment.
But no, they try to give sales advice. I guess if the average person tried to take the sales advice from somebody who's too pretty, it's not going to work.
I'm trying to think. There was sales training. Jefferson sales training
Like
programs.
If the thing is when I'm trying, with the things that I've sold in the past, and I've done a pretty good job in general, I'm not trying to give them like fashion advice. I'm not trying to tell them how to do their hair. I'm not trying to tell them, what I was doing, when I was watching some sports ball game last week. No, I want to talk about the product because I care about the product. But there are some people who they've lived their whole lives and they just get that yes every time because they're just,
okay.
John Hamm.
So I mean, most everybody out there knows who I work for at this point. I've been through four. I got to put my sales voice on for this. 4 world-class sales training programs. The latest of which is a thing called Challenger. And I only do the things when they say your job is dependent upon you executing this, because every single thing they do, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Right.
First of all, it's either wrong, or if you have to be told to do it, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing.
Right.
That's where I'm at with this stuff. And there's what Peterson stuff that I came on for that basically was this. To me, as I'm listening to this lady talk, and the looks doesn't impact me at all. I seen her surroundings much faster than I seen her.
Because she's giving the advice from her bedroom, you don't trust.
She's giving her advice from a bedroom. I put a different background on it.
Okay.
It's not professional. A good salesperson, let me rephrase that. I'm going to talk about myself. A great salesperson reads the frickin' room. There are times to use certain phrases. There are times not to use those phrases. The phrase that you use all the time, no worries, don't worry, I got this. Oh, hey, you know what? Give me an idea of what your outcomes are or what your expectation. You could do that 20, 80, 50, 1,000, doesn't matter, times in a row. But that you need to be flexible. There is, and I'm going to say this out there to all these people that say, I only do what the numbers tell me. Everything is quantifiable. And here's what I have to say to that. You, and here comes another of those F-bombs from earlier from that conversation, are a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Not everything is quantifiable. You cannot put a number to a handshake. You cannot put a number to an eye lock. You cannot put a number to me or somebody else walking in the room and putting the whole room at ease. You cannot quantify it. Stop trying to bring in. That's exactly what these programs try to do, is they try to quantify every single aspect of a sales process. It is something that cannot be done and should not be done, because it is going to restrict and restrain and a loss. It is experience, and you can get great experience at young. So you can be a great salesperson early.
Sure.
That is personality, and that again goes back to what I was saying earlier. Don't be me, be you. I don't know who this is. Don't follow this idiot.
Yeah. Okay. Good advice. All right. And by the way, we can do as many of these or as few as you want. I know you're kind of on a time limit.
Well, it's 10:16.
I pulled a lot of these, by the way.
Okay, we can keep this up. I like this. I like to do this. I say next week, but I'll be in an undisclosed location on Thursday night next week. So,
all right,
we can definitely pick up some more.
All right, let's see.
All right, I got a couple more in me. Then I'm gonna go join the fun.
There we go. All right.
I'm a low pressure salesperson. You ought to be low pressure sales, that you only want to sell people things they desire and things that will help them. So I says, Myron, I'm looking at somebody else's coaching program and I'm looking at yours. How do I know which one to buy? It's easy. Buy theirs. No, we're done. But don't you want to talk to me, convince me? No, buy theirs. Now you're no longer in a quandary. It just made your life better. Buy theirs. That's not a ploy. I mean, buy theirs. I hope they can help you. I'm not confused. I don't need the money. And if you're not sure it's me, you don't need my advice. So everybody wins. Buy theirs. It's so freeing. It's so freeing. And by the way, if you can learn to sell from a place of service instead of selling from a place of wishful thinking, I hope this one buys. Hope this one buys. Oh man, it's been a great day. I've closed X number of sales.
Pause. Okay. This guy just nailed something on the head that I want to make sure gets really highlighted.
Yeah.
Metrics. Today's world, it is metrics. It is pipeline. It is waterfalls. It's one thing after another for projections, again, because we work for a bunch of effing morons that don't understand actual business. They don't know it unless they can get it on a spreadsheet, right? And then they try to quantify. And again, we work for. There's a lot of absolute morons in the world running companies into the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a simple way to say it. Okay. I do very well, and I would say this guy's way of approaching it from a point of service versus I need to close a sale.
Right.
Like, you know how many times I have encouraged other people to go elsewhere? Gee, Christmas, yeah. Yeah, you don't, go, do that. And I honestly, in good faith, I hope it works out for them.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, when I encourage that, they're like, "Ain't no way in hell I'm going with anybody but you." You're saying you're gonna remove yourself out of the equation. You want me to be happy, so the way for you to be of service is take yourself out of the equation and put that, that way it's just a X equals 1 instead of X or Y equals 1. So I got to pick between X or Y to get 1. You just remove yourself out of it. So X now equals 1. If you were trying to quantify something, I just gave you a pretty good equation for that, for how this functions. For those of you guys who, that don't understand, the power in that is crazy. The trust that you're going to get from your clients is going to be very good. And it's going to pay dividends. There are going to be some people that say, oh, great. And they're going to go with X instead of you, Y being you, right? You're going to get that. You're going to have it. But that's the whole, go ahead and play the rest of it. But so far I had to pause that because in our metrics driven day and age, it had to be very important to highlight how impactful it is to not sell from a position of, I've got to sell, I've got to close, I've got to get this pipeline, I've got to get this waterfall, I've got to hit this metric.
Right.
Out of the way.
What all comes down to
which is why
knowing your value.
Yeah.
Knowing your value, having confidence, and having confidence enough to have that walk away energy. Like, look, I know what you need. I know what I offer. If you think you can go over there, go over there. Enjoy. I hope you can do exactly what you need. So years ago, long time ago, back in college, to sort of subsidize my other business, I worked at Best Buy in the camera department. And Best Buy is right next to a Walmart. And frequently, I would say, hey, you know what? Walmart has the exact same product, or they have this product over here. It does exactly what this one does. Go over there, check them out, shop around, see what they have. And look, if they have what you're looking for, go over there and buy if it's less expensive. That's great. But, if they don't, come back here. I'll give you the answers you need. And I was in so much trouble all the time because I would.
But you made a lot of money. Those people stayed.
Well, I didn't get commissioned. I was hourly. So the
I worked. So I honestly believe that Wes and I worked at Best Buy at the same time. I was back at the TV and what was that super high end room that was actually kind of garbage?
It wasn't the Magnolia. That was a different store.
Magnolia. It was Magnolia. It was, well, I mean, it may not have been Magnolia back there, but you know what I'm talking about. The Magnolia little area there. Yeah. I think Wes and I actually worked at the same time. Really we just never met.
But no, I.
But yeah, it's good.
Store management hated me. They hated the fact that I did this, and I was always sending people away. But I always, constantly, at least once a week, I heard stories about how people would come back and ask for me specifically because they wanted to buy from me. And the other employees back in the team, back in the area, would be like, we're not commissioned. Doesn't really matter who you buy for. And they would wait, and they'd come back specifically so they could buy from me. I was written up multiple times for sending people to other stores. But it's like, show me another person who make the same kind of sales and has the same knowledge that I have. You can't do it.
There's a movie that everybody's seen. Everybody's watched it. At least, the hell is that? I think she's back there watching a movie with elephants or something. I don't know what the hell she's going. Anyway, there's a movie that everybody's seen. It's called Miracle on 34th Street. I think they did not the original, but the remake. I don't know if I've ever actually seen the original.
I never saw the
but the remake they did back in the 90s, where the Santa Claus, was telling people, this store over here has this slime or whatever included in a BB gun. I don't know, whatever it was, for lower price. And the lady goes up and she says, any store that's willing to put a family in front of the almighty dollar deserves her business.
Yeah.
So, because you were a solutions provider, not a money getter, they will spend more to do business with you as long as the transaction is easy.
Yeah, reduce
for
that
our
friction.
first.
Give people
That goes back to our
answer.
Go back to our first person
and reduce friction.
Yeah.
All right, so let's finish what this guy's to say.
Close no sales. Doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm a low pressure.
That was it. We got to the end anyway. All right,
that was it. Oh, yeah. So he made a great point. I like this guy. He's and I love his beard. All right, last one. I gotta go.
Oh, last one. All right, last one. I'm going to take you. There's a really good Simon Sinek. I love Simon Sinek. This guy's
I don't know who that is.
He's
that guy right there?
Business motivational speaker, but this guy is amazing. This guy's a genius. Look for Simon Sinek. I highly recommend everything he produces.
All right. So I can't talk smack about whatever he says.
So there's a story about a shoe.
Oh, I've seen this guy before.
In Los Angeles in the 1950s. I can't remember his name, but it was
Al Bundy.
He was a very successful entrepreneur who owned a whole bunch of women's shoe stores.
Yeah.
And a journalist asked him, "What's your secret?" And he said, 2, not 3. And they're like,
okay.
He goes, if a woman comes into my store, I'll bring her a pair of shoes. She'll try them on. And she'll say, "Could I see that pair, please?" And I'll bring her a second pair of shoes. And she said, "Could I also see that pair, please?" And he'll say, "Which one would you like?" She's
leaving without buying.
Because what he found is when they had a choice of 3, they bought none. And when they had a choice of 2, they bought
3.
I love that. Right?
Yep.
2, not
love
3.
It.
And
too much
choice is overwhelming. I've got all these options on the table. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah,
right?
no, I know what you mean.
And what
We've talked about analysis paralysis.
That's it. That's exactly it.
We've talked about it. We've talked about analysis paralysis. The 2, not 3. I've never heard it put this way, but I have done this quite a bit, and it's yes.
Yeah, too many choices.
Absolutely
you know
correct.
I'll think about it, and it'll never get back to you.
I'll think about it. Yes, you don't want to. I think about it. Now, I do that to people as well. Like, I'll think about it, and unfortunately for me and them, I actually do think about it in depth.
Don't. And most people, they move on to something else, and they've forgotten about why they were interested in the first place. So this guy's so his example here is really interesting though. So the shopkeeper he's talking about says, all right, this woman, she's holding a pair of shoes, but she asks for 2 other pair of shoes, and the shopkeeper says, all right, so which pair do you want me to put back? So the lady has to think. It makes the lady think, oh, which of these 2 pairs do I like the least? And she's like, oh, shit.
Exactly.
It's a harder decision at that point. At that point, she's already made up her mind. She wants one of them. She just can't decide which one it is yet. Right? So psychologically, the shopkeeper's already convinced her she's buying at least one of these pairs that she's holding. And she has to decide which one. So there's something else that my current wife and I do, which is if we have to make a decision, if there are 2 things we have to choose from, we don't say to each other, which one do you want more? We say to each other, which one are you going to
Can you please make a mother flipping decision?
We say, which one are you going to regret not getting? If I put this one away, are you going to regret this later? I guess a little bit.
The coin flip.
Take this back.
The
if
coin,
I take
the coin
this
flip
one away,
method.
are you going to regret that later? Yeah, I'm going to regret that one more. That's your answer. It's the same thing.
Yep. The coin flip. Yep. Where you assign one to the other, and then if your initial response is positive or negative, you'll understand which one.
That's it. So
this has been my night.
So that psychology combined with fewer options versus more options, I mean, it's genius. I'm telling you, look up Simon Sinek's stuff. All of it. He has a lot of stuff online. Every one of them is gold.
I won't vouch for him that in that depth. This was good. This is good. This is good stuff. So, That's it. Hey, I say we pick this up again next week. I will be in an
same thing
undisclosed brick and mortar location. Yeah, I like this. This is good stuff.
Cool.
And I would like to let's keep a banner going of the ups and downs. Like, hey,
okay.
these are the people. These are the people that we're saying yes. Let's follow them. Let's give them a like and a share. And these people over here just don't interact with their content at all because nothing's good's coming from it.
Good. I will make that up.
If all you've
way,
done is Peterson, if all you've ever done is the Peterson sales team, I've got no time for you.
Is that a Cane's
You like
chicken
what?
blanket she's wearing back there?
No,
Cane's,
that is that's Chick-fil-A. That's a Chick-fil-A blanket. And I'm shocked that she didn't bring her Chick-fil-A pajamas. No, her Chick-fil-A pajamas are here.
Got it.
And there could be other things. And she probably just was that shy of asking me to stop at Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwiches are like next level. They're breakfast sandwiches, man. They'll change your life. They will change your life.
Look here, Chick-fil-A. Okay, so we're on Chick-fil-A now. I gotta do what I do, which is rant. Chick-fil-A, McDonald's can do your job with McDonald's can do your job with 3 people in the store. You have 75 people. It still takes me 5 times as long to get through your freaking drive-through as it does to go to McDonald's, and your food is not vastly superior to it.
Man. Chick-fil-A breakfast sandwiches.
It's fried freaking chicken.
Top tier, man. Their breakfast sandwiches are top tier.
And the amount of times that I get the wrong order and think there was the last time I had her check, they sent us like 2 extra sandwiches, which means the people behind us got hosed.
That's true. No, it drives me crazy is Cane's. Because Cane's, they only make the chicken fingers, but their line still wraps around 3 times around the store.
Oh, yeah.
How hard?
Yeah,
Cane's. You have one job. You got one job.
Yeah.
How hard is that?
What was it? Pinette? What's the guy's name? Pinette. P-I-N-A-E-T-T-E. He passed away. He's a big guy. He's like standing behind a line at a KFC, and somebody's like looking up at the menu. He's like, they got one thing. They got chicken. Order chicken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, Cane's. They're going to order chicken. Keep it going.
Exactly.
So
it drives me crazy.
All right, man. But, I gotta get out of here. This girl's gotta get to sleep, and I gotta go drink with people.
All right, man. Hey, enjoy. Good luck on the game tomorrow, and I'll talk to you guys later.
So, you guys have a good one out there in TV land.
All right, we're out.